I appreciate the opportunity to come out here and talk today. A little bit about myself. If you've never met me or seen any of the stuff that I've been putting out there via content, I'm a former freight broker. I did it for 10 years. I've sat in all of your guys' seats that you're in right now. And I've been in this industry indirectly my entire life. I come from a family of truck drivers. My great grandparents started a trucking company in Iowa back in the 1930s. That segued into my father being an owner operator for almost 40 years. He built up his fleet at one point up to about like 6 trucks. And then within 30 days, he had one driver abandon him and another one total another one out. And he sold everything, but kept his one truck and said, it's easier to manage myself. So that was, I've been around this industry my entire life. I have such a deep love and respect for what we do as transportation professionals day in and day out. It's, in my opinion, you can't convince me any differently. We are legitimately the backbone of this economy and this country. And I love every moment of this. And for me, where we're heading as an industry as a whole into leveraging technology for your business is key. It's vital to taking you to the next level. It's not here to replace anybody. I think we've all known that. And heck, if you're out there trying to hire people right now, we all are having trouble finding talent and retaining them and keeping them on board. So it is a time to look what's out there, look what's available, so we can implement that day one and get as much return out of that as possible, so we can focus on revenue producing activities. And, out of everybody I talk to, everybody wants to go from 10 to 20 million or 20 to 50 million as a broker. The advancements that we're seeing in technology in our industry right now, I'm a big fan of it. I'm of the old school, just like I'm sure a lot of you guys are. I'm all about making those cold calls. I'm all about all of those touches and being out there in front of as many people as possible. But I'm also about utilizing technology to our advantage and working at a company where there was only like 4 of us and having to maximize our time, because I'm sure a lot of you right now are, you're booking your own freight, you're soliciting your own customers, you're invoicing, you're doing all of that. And for me, it's like, we need to streamline anything we can through technology. And I know, that's a big thing that's going on in our industry right now is tech this, like, where do we even start? And, first and foremost, you're on the right path if with the fact that you have a TMS, because some of my clients never even had a TMS. They were still doing everything off of Excel spreadsheets, and that's what I want to see is like, that's why for me in technology, it's there to elevate our business. Like I know with EDI, for example, the first EDI customer I had, I was able to build 40 loads in 5 seconds with that, as opposed to 40 loads that took me an hour to manually build. And, same thing with some of the digital freight matching, for example. I'll bring that up. And with my in-network carriers, I was able to expand my business because, as a person, I'm only able to do, for like 25 loads in a day. But with technology, that gets me into the 75 to 100 loads in a day, because I have the bots, we'll call them, doing the work for me. And then especially with pricing, I know that there's always going to be a market for that broker or that carrier that only runs specific lanes. Like when I was doing open deck and heavy haul out west, I had flatbed carriers that would only run between Las Vegas and Reno. That's literally all they did. No algorithm could beat their price ever. It didn't matter how much aggregate data was being filtered through there. No algorithm could ever beat that price, because they had it down to a day. Like this is pretty much every single day what I'd need on that. But I think leveraging that is what's going to help expand your business more than most people think. And I get it. Change is always going to be scary, but I want to be able to grow my business after my operations and everything is solidified. I want to grow that, but I want to leverage technology and its partners to bring it to the next level. Because, I don't believe in hiring more sales reps to grow my company. I don't think that that's a sustainable model. You see that out there in the industry where people are like, oh, we hired 75 sales reps. Well, 30 days later, there's 5 of them left because none of them made it.
Right.
But I'm going to reverse it and put it on you here, Henry. What's something that you see from the TMS world that is trending as this is the next thing that we need to implement here? To kind of stay, I don't want to say stay competitive, but they're obviously there's a lot of TMS companies that are out there, but, just like with freight brokerages, there's a lot of bad actors that are out there too. You have that industry knowledge, that industry experience. What's something that you're seeing that is like, this is something that we see a lot of value to our current and future clients?
Great question. Okay. So there's a couple of different avenues on this. First, we are seeing, so 10 years ago, it was, I don't know if it was just harder to become a freight broker, if the, but but with the amount of companies out there that are willing to loan money and that sort of thing, factoring companies and all this,
Yeah.
that anybody can be a freight broker now. You pull up a desk, you pull up a phone, you're a freight broker.
Absolutely.
So we are seeing these. We have gotten, over the last 2 years, we have gotten I don't know, 1,000% increase of companies calling us. One person, two people companies saying, I'm a freight broker. And we have learned that our next question is, do you have some shippers lined up? Because because a lot of them don't, right? And they're taking these freight classes, and they're just and they're just becoming these freight brokers, right? But they want to be freight brokers. They have no experience. Okay. So then you have the legitimate freight brokers that know their stuff, been doing it for years, doing it the right way. And you have, and I hear them saying, I can't find the talent to come in. But then I have these people calling me up, don't know what to do, but are eager and want to learn.
Yeah.
So we're trying. A couple of things we're doing is we're going to try to start a smaller software in the next few months to a year, that will kind of graduate these customers up, or these future customers up, and maybe even help them become agents for our current customers if they don't have have the right tools. So
definitely.
that's not software too as much as it is making connections between our customers and giving them ways to build on the talent that's coming into us. So that's one. I mean, it's a little bit different than just talking about technology here, but we're working on doing a lot of connections with our customers. Then adding things like sharing their rates. So we're looking at doing that, sharing the intelligence that our customers have with each other, and having an in-network type of rate share if they choose to do it. That sort of thing is where we want to go next with our software.